You've been walking in the wrong shoes this whole time. And no, I don't mean that in some deep, poetic way. I mean your feet are probably hurting right now and you don't even know why. Most people pick walking shoes the same way they pick a Netflix show. They just go with whatever looks good and hope for the best. That's a mistake. And by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what shoes to get, why your current ones might be slowly destroying your feet, and which picks are actually worth spending money on in 2025. Let's get into it. So first, let me ask you something. How many steps do you take in a day? The average person walks somewhere between 3,000 and 7,000 steps. Some people do way more than that. Now think about this. Every single one of those steps puts pressure on your feet, your knees, your hips, and your lower back. If the shoe you're wearing doesn't support that properly, you're just stacking damage on top of damage day after day. That's how people end up with plantar fasciitis, bad knees, and back pain that they can't explain. It's the shoes. But here's the thing. Finding the right walking shoe isn't just about grabbing whatever has the most cushion or whatever looks the most athletic. There's a lot more to it than that. And a lot of the brands you see getting pushed hard in ads, they're not always the best options. So I want to break this down properly. We're going to talk about what makes a walking shoe actually good, and then I'll go through some of the best picks you can get right now. The first thing you need to understand is the difference between a running shoe and a walking shoe. Most people think they're the same. They're not. When you run, you land on the middle or front of your foot. When you walk, you land on your heel and roll forward. That motion, heel to toe, is called the gait cycle, and a shoe designed for walking needs to support that specific movement. Running shoes are often built with more flexibility in the forefoot and a slightly curved sole to help with that forward push. Walking shoes are built to be more stable under the heel and firm through the midfoot. If you're walking long distances in running shoes, you might be fine for a while, but over time it catches up with you. The second thing that matters a lot is arch support. People have different arch types: flat feet, high arches, and neutral arches. Most shoes are made for neutral arches, but if you have flat feet or high arches and you're buying shoes without thinking about that, you're setting yourself up for pain. If you don't know your arch type, here's a quick trick. Wet the bottom of your foot, step on a piece of paper or a paper bag, and look at the shape. If you see almost your whole foot, you have flat feet. If you see a very thin strip along the outside or barely anything, you have high arches. If it's somewhere in the middle, you're neutral. Knowing that one thing can change everything about how you shop for shoes. Third, and this one surprises people, cushioning isn't always better. You'd think more cushion means more comfort, right? Not necessarily. Too much cushioning can actually make your foot unstable and cause your ankle to wobble with each step. That wobble adds up over thousands of steps. What you want is responsive cushioning, something that absorbs impact but still gives you feedback from the ground so your foot can stabilize properly. Now let's get into the actual shoes. The first one I want to talk about is the New Balance 990. This shoe has been around for decades, and there's a reason it just won't go away. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it is one of the most well-built walking shoes ever made. The cushioning in the midsole is thick without being squishy. The upper, the part that wraps around your foot, is made from suede and mesh, so it breathes well and feels solid at the same time. It has dual density foam in the collar, which is the part that hugs your ankle, and that helps lock your heel in place. For people who are on their feet all day, this is one of the top choices. The only downside is the price. The 990 sits at around $185, so it's not cheap. But if you're walking every day, it's an investment, not just a purchase. Moving on, if you want something a little more modern and a little lighter, the Hoka Bondi 8 is worth talking about. Hoka blew up a few years ago because of their maximal cushioning design. That's the technical term for those thick, chunky soles you see on their shoes. The Bondi 8 has one of the thickest soles of any shoe on this list, and yet it doesn't feel unstable. Hoka figured out how to build that cushioning in a way that keeps your foot centered. The heel is rounded slightly, which makes the heel to toe transition feel really smooth. If you have any knee issues or joint pain when you walk, this is one of the first shoes I'd point you toward. It goes for around $165. It runs a little narrow for some people, so if you have wider feet, try it on first or size up. Now let me talk about something at a lower price point, because not everyone wants to spend $150 plus on a pair of shoes, and that's totally fair. The Brooks Ghost 15 comes in around $130, and it consistently shows up as one of the best all-around walking and running shoes you can get. Brooks is a brand that a lot of serious walkers swear by, and the Ghost line is their most popular for good reason. The DNA loft cushioning they use feels soft right out of the box, no break-in period, which is huge. The outsole has a segmented design, meaning it's split into sections that flex with your foot, rather than fighting against it. It's also very neutral, meaning it doesn't overcorrect for flat feet or high arches, so it works well for most people. Lightweight, breathable, and it lasts a long time before it breaks down. That's a solid combination. Alright, let's talk about a name that probably surprises you: Skechers. Look, I get it. Skechers has a reputation for being the budget option that older people wear at the mall. But hear me out. The Skechers Go Walk line, specifically the Go Walk 6 and the Go Walk Joy, is genuinely excellent for casual, everyday walking. The slip-on design means there are no laces, which is actually helpful for a lot of people. The Goga Max insole, that's their branded cushioning system, is really comfortable and holds up well. These come in around $70 to $85. You're not going to use these for serious long-distance walking or hiking, but for daily errands, commuting, or light walking around the city, they're great. Don't sleep on them because of the brand name. One more I want to mention, the ASICS Gel Kayano. This one is a little different from the others because it's specifically built for overpronation, which means your foot rolls inward too much when you walk. Overpronation is extremely common, especially in people with flat feet, and it's a major cause of knee and hip pain. The ASICS Gel Kayano has what ASICS calls their Dynamic Duo Max support system. Basically, extra reinforcement on the inner side of the midsole that pushes back against that inward roll. The gel cushioning in the heel is also excellent for impact absorption. This one runs around $160. If you've been told by a doctor or a physical therapist that you overpronate, this shoe should be near the top of your list. Now I want to bring something up that most people skip, and it matters a lot: socks. I'm serious. The best walking shoe in the world is going to underperform if you pair it with a bad sock. Cotton socks are the enemy of long-distance walking. Cotton holds moisture, which leads to blisters. Get yourself some moisture-wicking socks, merino wool, or synthetic blends. Brands like Darn Tough, Balega, and Features make walking-specific socks that have extra cushioning in the heel and ball of the foot. It sounds small, but the difference is real. Also, when you buy your walking shoes, shop in the afternoon or evening if you can. Your feet swell throughout the day, and if you buy shoes in the morning, there's a chance they'll feel too tight by the end of the day when you actually need them most. And one last thing that people always ignore: replace your shoes. Walking shoes typically last between 300 and 500 miles. After that, the cushioning breaks down and you lose most of the support, even if the outside of the shoe still looks fine. If you've had your current walking shoes for more than a year and you walk regularly, there's a good chance they're already past their best buy. Most people push shoes way past that point because they look okay. Don't do that to your feet. So, to bring it all together, the best walking shoe for you depends on your arch type, your budget, and how much walking you're actually doing. If you've got the budget, the New Balance 990 and the Hoka Bondi 8 are both exceptional. The Brooks Ghost 15 is the sweet spot for most people. The Skechers Go Walk is the best option if you want something affordable for everyday use. And if you overpronate, start with the ASICS Gel Kayano. Take care of your feet now, and your body will thank you for it years down the road. Most people don't think about this stuff until something hurts, and by then, they've already got a problem to fix instead of a problem to prevent. If you found this helpful, subscribe. There's a lot more shoe content coming that you don't want to miss.